So Bandai Namco US just did a live stream where they played a bunch of characters on stream. I'm not going to go over any of the gameplay because a lot of that's really difficult to do, and quite frankly, we're going to have our hands on the game very shortly anyway, so there doesn't seem like much point to talk about the gameplay. But regardless, they did say that there would be a special surprise during this stream, and most people thought we were going to get a character reveal. We did not get a character reveal, but we did get a character tease, and it was for JoJo's. I'm going to play my reaction to it right now. Oh, what? A new hero is arriving? Yo, let's go. Who is it?
Who will join now?
To be continued!
No, that's so cool! So yeah, I was pretty surprised by that. A lot of us who were watching the stream just assumed that to be continued meant that we were getting the character at the end of the stream or towards the end of the stream. That didn't end up happening. We didn't get a reveal or anything like that. I thought we would actually get the entire JoJo's roster revealed to us right there. That didn't end up happening, so that's kind of weird. We do know that they were probably playing a full build of the game. I say that because they weren't showing us the character select screen or anything like that. They were very much trying to hide that. I am very curious as to what the final remaining characters are going to be. People are speculating about the roster size because on stream they were talking about how many characters were in the game at the start, and Cyrus, one of the Bandai marketing guys, said 40, and people are assuming that that means the base roster is 40 plus Kane and Galena. I don't think that's the correct logic here. I think what he was trying to say is that there are 40 characters announced so far, because if you don't count Dio and Jotaro, two characters that have not been officially announced but we're assuming are in the game, if you don't count those, there are exactly 40 characters who have been announced. So I wouldn't worry too much about the 40 base roster. I would assume that the base roster is going to be 47 because that lines up with the 12 character Yako theory, but I wouldn't assume any more than that. We're only a couple weeks away from knowing the full roster of Jump Force, and I cannot wait to know it. There's a lot of conversation going on in the community right now. Some people saying the My Hero roster is done because we've seen screenshots of the character select screen. I don't know about that, but it's certainly one perspective on the situation. Some people are saying that Dio was leaked because of certain screenshots. There's a lot of information to go over when it comes to this final roster, and at the end of the day, I think it's mostly pointless for us to go over it because the situation is going to change over time anyway, and we're so close to knowing the actual officially announced full roster. In a couple days, we're going to have another scan. In a week after that, we'll probably have the final scan, and then we will have the game. So very soon, we're going to know the entire Jump Force roster, which is just crazy to think about. I can't wait to know the final roster because that allows us to start speculating about DLC. It's very difficult to speculate about DLC when you don't know the base roster. For example, if Bakugo was not on base roster, you would assume that he would be DLC, right? Because he's a very popular character. Same thing can be said for other characters like Gintoki, Hiei. But if any of those characters were on base roster, now your DLC predictions look very different, right? So I'm very excited to take that next step in Jump Force's history and start talking about DLC. But we're still a couple weeks away from that. But regardless, if you could leave a like on the video and let everyone know about the JoJo's tease. We already know that JoJo's are on the way to the game, so that's pretty awesome. Subscribe to keep up to date with future content. My name has been Bilbsy, and I will see you in the next video.